Welcome to my channel. I will show you how to care for orchids that are not blooming. I will show a few important points. We must wake up the orchids in winter. The pruning you will do will be done with liquid plant nutrients. First, I will prepare liquid plant food to revive the orchids. I will use rice for this. Rice is one of the best fertilizers you can use as liquid plant food in orchid care. I will roast the rice on the stove for a while so that I can easily put it through the food processor. This process especially helps the rice to pass through the robot quickly. You can use this fertilizer for months. Roast for only 2 minutes, not too long. Put it in a plate. Then wait for it to cool down. After it cools down, I will pull it out of the robot and turn it into powder. I will put the cool rice into the food processor and turn it into powder. If you have watched my video up to here and liked it, you can press the like button immediately. And subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed to it to support me. And if you have questions, you can ask them in the comments section by making plenty of comments. I ground the rice into powder. Now I put this fertilizer in a small bottle. And you can store it for months. You can remove this and use it according to the orchid's fertilizer needs. The reason we especially grind it into powder is to be able to use this fertilizer for months. I will turn the fertilizer into liquid fertilizer so that I can use it on orchids. For this, I add 2 tablespoons of rice powder. You can increase or decrease this according to the flowers you have at home. I put boiling water on it. I added 500 milliliters of boiling water in total. I mix it like this. I will wait for this fertilizer to cool. The water has cooled sufficiently. I put purification water on it. I make up to 1 liter in total. I put 500 milliliters of rice water and 500 milliliters of purification water. I mix it a little. We must strain it because it contains pulp. After straining it, it has a pulp like this. I wash my plate again. And put rice water into the same plate. Never give it with its pulp. I have an orchid with rotten roots. It is almost dead and its leaves have completely softened. I especially recommend using this type of plant food for these types of orchids. It will help revitalize the roots. I added a total of 8 tablespoons of rice water. It will slowly drain the water until the evening. As the second method, you can also give healthy and flowerless orchids. If your orchids are not blooming at all, I recommend that you give them this rice water in the autumn. It is enough to give 8 tablespoons for each part. You can give this fertilizer to orchids as liquid plant food every 20 days. This way, your orchids will bloom quickly. I will also show you how to provide vitamin and fertilizer support to orchid leaves with rice water. I put rice water into a spray container and will spray this rice water on the leaves of my orchid from both the top and bottom. Especially with this type of fertilizer, you must put cotton between the leaves of the orchid. Otherwise, it may cause diseases such as fungus. It provides vitamin support by spraying it on the upper part of the soil. I have another orchid in my hand. As you can see, this orchid has shed its flowers again. Now it has started to fade slowly in this type of orchids. The first thing you need to do is cut off the fading orchid branch and cut off the rotting roots. An orchid with healthy roots, but there is some disease on its leaves. You can use it especially on this type of orchids. I give about 8 tablespoons. You need to give this type of liquid plant food once a month. You can also list liquid plant nutrients in rotation, using a different fertilizer every month. Look, it will slowly absorb the water accumulated under it. I recommend that you use this liquid fertilizer not only on orchid roots, but also on wilting and diseased leaves by dipping a napkin in rice water. Here we fertilize the orchid from the leaves. I fertilize my orchid's leaves so that they can revive. After following this process, you can place the orchid on an airy balcony or on a window sill with plenty of light. Do not dry it, it will dry on its own. Fill it with plenty of rice water. There are plenty of minerals and vitamins. It will help revive the orchid. I will share with you the development of my orchids over the months. I shared the development of my orchids with you. First of all, if you watched my video up to this point and liked it, immediately press the like button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would be very happy if you subscribe to support me. If you also want to follow my Instagram address, you can find it in description. Goodbye and stay healthy.